following breaking news out of North Korea. The country claims it successfully conducted a hydrogen bomb test.
In fact, state-run TV made the announcement yesterday, calling it a perfect success. That's what they would call it. I think other nations would say, If it's confirmed, though, it will lead to a stronger push for sanctions against North Korea by the United Nations. The UN Security Council will meet today to talk about it. For the latest updates, check our app, our Facebook page, and newschannel5.com. We are also following breaking news now closer to home over in Mount Juliet, where a gun store was robbed earlier this morning. News Channel 5's Kimberly Davis has been live on the scene for us all morning long. And Kimberly, you were saying that it wasn't just the gun store, but there are a couple of other locations where police are now focusing, including some schools that have been affected by this.
Steve, good morning. Yes, they are at a couple areas this morning, including this area where they are checking vehicles for possibly those suspects. New information we're learning this morning. 4 schools have been placed in a precautionary soft lockdown. They are checking students who walk into the doors, checking them for weapons or any evidence that might lead them to these suspects. Also, new information we're learning this morning, no longer 3 suspects they're searching for. They're now searching for 4. Now, police are telling us around 2:45 this morning, a stolen vehicle smashed into the front of N Range in Mount Juliet. We're told the suspects made off with a lot of weapons, including long guns and handguns. Police tell us an officer stopped the stolen getaway car, and 3 suspects got out of that car and ran into a wooded area. Police are telling us they look at surveillance video and saw that 4 men were actually involved in this burglary. The officer did not follow the 3 suspects that fled from that stolen vehicle because he was alone. The men did leave a lot of the stolen weapons inside that getaway car. Police are telling us they did recover some of those weapons from that car, but they're not sure if they had any on them. Officers said they didn't see anything in those people's hands when they were running, but they're saying be on the lookout this morning. Do not leave your car running. Leave your doors locked. Today is not a good morning for your children to walk to school alone. Be with them throughout the day and be vigilant and be on the lookout for these 4 suspects. We are live in Mount Juliet this morning. Kimberly Davis, News Channel 5.
Kimberly, thanks. We'll keep updating that story. A search is underway also for a man last seen on New Year's Day. There's his picture. Jeremy Reynolds disappeared from Columbia Friday. The 38-year-old was last seen wearing blue jeans and a gray pullover. He might be in a dark blue Kia Optima sedan that has Tennessee license tags. If you see him, contact police.
New information this morning. We now know the names of the man who scaled a sign over I-65, causing a major shutdown. Metro Police say William Walters climbed onto the overhead sign yesterday afternoon, causing all lanes to close for nearly 4 hours. Eventually, the 46-year-old was talked into coming down.
I'm impressed that the firemen and policemen are taking their time and not exacerbating the situation. But this is sad to watch.
Walter was charged with disorderly conduct and obstructing a roadway. He will also undergo a mental evaluation. A shooting in South Nashville leaves a man in the hospital this morning. It happened yesterday at the corner of Lewis and Trimble Streets. We're told the victim was shot in the leg but is expected to survive. No word, though, yet if police have any suspects. But if you have any information, call Crime Stoppers. The man shot and killed in Clarksville earlier this week has been identified. Police say James Brown was shot just before 8 Monday night at a home on Isaac Drive. He later died at the scene. So far, no suspects have been identified, and anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers 931-645-TIPS.
Well, happening today, the man accused of shooting a Sumner County deputy heads to court. James Cummins is charged with attempted first-degree murder. Investigators say the deputy was called out to Cummins' home back in November for a domestic dispute. When the deputy showed up, though, we're told that Cummins, for some reason, just started firing at him, hit him in the chest. Thank goodness he was wearing a bulletproof vest, so he was not seriously injured. During today's hearing, the judge is expected to rule whether Cummins is mentally able to stand trial. If he is, that case then goes directly to the grand jury.
Tonight's Powerball jackpot is one of the biggest in history. So if you're feeling lucky, you might want to just grab a ticket. Matthew Torres live at the Shell on Hermitage in downtown Nashville. And Matthew, the jackpot, it climbed, I guess, because of weekend sales. It's now, what, $450 million?
Yeah, over the weekend it was $400 million, but like you said, because of strong ticket sales, it has now soared up to $450 million. And probably the fact that nobody has yet to win all 6 numbers from the last drawing, which was Saturday night. Nonetheless, $450 million. Some people, they say they are feeling lucky. However, others, they're just taking the chances. Normally, they don't play lottery, but the fact that it is now this high, they said they are taking their chances. And according to lottery officials, the chances of winning are 1 in 300 million. So it is pretty low, but believe it or not, this is the largest lottery jackpot in nearly 1 year. Last February, 3 winners split a $564 million prize. Officials say the jackpot is now the 6th largest ever in North America, and if no one wins tonight after the drawing, then that will probably climb up possibly $500 million. If you are interested in playing, it'll be $2 per play. You can purchase tickets up until tonight. Reporting live from downtown Nashville, Matthew Torres, News Channel 5.